Oh, lay this out. Where is it going to be?
All right, so let's talk about where, right? We're gonna go through four things, right? Where, when, who, and why. So where? So it's going to be in Vegas, right? Las Vegas, cosmopolitan, probably the best resort that I've ever stayed in, right? When I had money before crypto. So so, but it's Vegas, and it's crazy, right? Because not only can you come to like to the summit and chill with all of us, but you can gamble, you can go see shows. So like I believe this is the perfect destination spot for the summit, so that when you're kind of like blockchained out, Litecoined out, you can kind of there's so many things that you can do, to pass the time and enjoy yourself over there. So why? How about you, Ben? Why is it so, the place of Vegas, why is that important to you?
Because hookers are legal, uh, and I think that a woman should have a right to choose and then get paid for that choice. Next.
How about you, Bix?
Hey, I'm a party guy. I'm going for the party in Vegas. I'm throwing a party the day before the summit. We'll talk about that when we get to win. But what better place in the world is there to party and hang out with your friends than in Vegas? It's the perfect spot, if you ask me.
All right, Mr. Smithy.
I think I would agree with that. And I've never really been to Vegas. I think I caught a connecting flight one time somewhere in, was it Reno or one of these other places? And I thought, man, one of these days I've got to get to Vegas. Everyone always talks about this place. It's the party central of the world. Not that I really care too much about partying, but it's definitely a good spot. The Cosmopolitan, great reviews, great hotel. Our buddy Frank at work's always talking about, I got to go back to Vegas. And I'm like, man, one of these days I'm going to have to get my butt over there, see what the heck's all the hype about Vegas. So what better excuse to get out there than a nice Litecoin crypto summit?
Oh, one more thing. I got one more thing I forgot to say. Okay. It's been a lifelong dream of mine to play Vegas. You haven't made it as a rock star until you play Vegas. So I'll be playing Vegas.
And I heard someone's bringing a drum set for Snippy to chip in on that.
Sweet.
Hey, Snippy, I cannot believe that you've never been to Vegas. What a tragedy.
It's just to call myself an American, but I still do anyways.
It's the only place in America where you don't have to tell anyone what happened.
Yeah, true.
Leave your phones at home. No evidence, no cameras, no recording, no nothing. No, for those who went to the Litecoin summit last year, imagine everything we did there, but in Vegas. That's going to be crazy because we have the wonderful and tremendously talented Bix Weir putting on a concert. J Snip out there slapping the drums. You'll have me probably drinking beer and telling jokes and like getting on stage and all that good stuff. And then you got John Kim, who I
dancing.
heard, right, bringing his own poles as everyone playing music. You got John Kim up there losing clothing, and it's right. It's just going to be a blast, and it isn't just for like Litecoin people. Although it is the Litecoin Summit, there are so many projects and so many like influencers and other like cryptocurrency. It's the Litecoin Summit is the largest cryptocurrency meetup environment that I've ever been to, because I've gone to a lot of conferences that feel like a conference where you're like, ugh. But the Litecoin Summit, it actually feels like a meetup, like one of my actual meetups, and it's a completely different atmosphere.
You know, and also, are you guys all staying at Cosmopolitan?
Yep.
No,
I am.
No? Okay.
I had to get a big flop house.
So here's the thing, guys. Like, if you're coming, you know, Cosmopolitan Resort, I mean, if you've never been, the pool there is ridiculous, like crazy ridiculous, right? It's just a beautiful resort. But if you can't afford to stay at Cosmo, there's a lot of hotels around, right? And you can Uber to the summit. So don't let the price, you know, of a hotel stop you from coming to Vegas and really enjoying what Vegas has to offer. And there's a lot of free shows too, so be there. So we're gonna move to when, all right? So I'm gonna tell you when. It's gonna be October 28th to 29th. It's a 2-day event, right? But most importantly, on October 27th is my man, Big Swear's party, right? It's gonna be, last year I crashed it with a whole bunch of Litecoin Foundation people, and I feel so bad because we didn't have tickets. But you know, in the name of Charlie Lee, I just barged in and crashed it and brought about 20 people with me, and it was, honestly, it was, I think I had the most fun there because the next day I was too gone from the night before at your party. So I was kind of like, I was supposed to be Charlie's bodyguard. I'm like, nobody better start nothing because I ain't got no energy to be fighting nobody right now. But I was acting tough, you know. So it's Big Swear's party 27th. Everybody has to be there. And then 28th, 29th is the actual summit. But I'm actually staying for the whole week for the World Crypto Conference. Are you guys? So let me know about you, Ben. What's going on with you?
I will be at the Big Swear event, and I'll also be at the Litecoin Summit, and I'll also be at the World CryptoCon. So I'm there all week. How much of that time I'll be sober, to be determined. Probably not much of it. Let's just say it's going to be some interesting panels that I'm on, because everyone else is going to be sober, and I'm going to be the one guy like drinking out of a beer bong.
So Bix, tell us a little bit about your party. Pump it, baby. Promote it, baby. Shill it, baby. Why does people need to come to your party? Why? Tell me.
I don't want to do that, but here's the deal. This is actually an almost semi-annual. It's about an annual thing for Road to Ruta people. Now, I've been doing it off and on for a long time, since Silver days. I throw a silver party before the Silver Summit. So this is old hat for me. But the crypto thing, last year, basically we rented out a brewery that could only hold, they said 98 people max. So of course we sell like 110 tickets, and it's packed. And then we have this group of crashers, and it was so much love flying. You were I knew you were coming, Don. You had told me you were coming with Charlie, so I knew that in the back, and your entourage. So it was awesome. It was great. We're not going to allow crashers this year because it is just too big. Last year we had 100 people plus probably 25 crashers. This year we've already had 300 people sign up, probably get 350, so about 50 tickets left. And there will be no crashers this year. So make sure you're on the list or you ain't getting in. And it's the room it's at the Cosmopolitan on the 27th. It's not just a party. We're going to have a whole day event from probably block off noon to 10 at night. And then in the day, it's kind of like a gigantic room that's been split in two. One area for speeches and discussions and the band and all that, and one area for networking and talking and hanging out and You know, people want to do live chats on their channel. That's awesome. You know, coming live from the Litecoin Summit and Big Squares event, things like that. So there's going to be 2 separate rooms. There will be a bar present. Last year I bought drinks for everybody, and you know, when I throw these events, they cost me an arm and a leg, even though I charge 1 Litecoin for it, because the room at the Cosmopolitan was ridiculously expensive. But I'm like, hey, it's once a year, right? So we got the 2 rooms, yeah. We have amazing. We got a MC for the whole thing, Benny Wills, who, if you've ever seen Benny talk, he is amazing speaker, and he's a poet, and he'll just blow your socks off. 80% of the event is about, well, 70% is about Litecoin, 30% is about freedom, taking down the bankers, silver, free markets, all the things we need, and Litecoin is such a gigantic part of that. I guess I'm blowing this part till the end. But if you want to go, it's a private invite type of thing. It's not open to the world. Send me an email, bix@roadtoruta.com. It costs 1 Litecoin. And the only way to get in is if I send you all the information on the event and you send me the 1 Litecoin and I confirm it. And then your name and email address will be at the door, show your ID, and boom, you're in with all the pomp and circumstance. And we're working on getting a sponsor for rounds of drinks. So if you are a company wanting to get your name out, we're going to have drink tickets. Drinks is on, let's just say a company, I don't know, Hodl It or something like that. We have a ticket that has for 1 free drink, or yeah, Z-Bones, you never know. Hey, how many free drinks do we need? We'll find out.
I've already hooked up. Z-Bones wants to sponsor a round of drinks.
Yes, yes.
I've already hooked that up.
You know what I feel bad about J Snip? Because ain't no bar that I know sell wine coolers. And I know my boy drink wine coolers.
No,
you know what I mean? Like,
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
oh, that's right. Okay, never mind. So Snippy.
I'll put a request in
Right.
for Zima. Remember Zima?
Oh my God.
Yes, I forgot about those.
Oh.
The Zimas, yes.
So
We'll
J
have something
Snip,
for you,
I mean, what are your plans during the
Yeah,
summer?
I'm not staying the whole week. I'm not. No, I won't be the whole week, but I'll be there for I think 3 days, and then I'm coming back home. But mainly the Litecoin thing. You know, the Litecoin. I love Litecoins. You know, been my favorite coin for a long time as far as the main coins go. I've got my reasons for liking Theta and some other ones, but man, Litecoin was the one I was really pushing back in, you know, early 2017. I just saw the future with Litecoin, so I got to give respect to Litecoin. You know, so I'm mainly actually going there for Litecoin, even though it's a crypto summit. You know, generally speaking, so I just can't stay the whole week. So I do look forward to seeing some people there. Hopefully, a bunch of people can turn up. You know, that I haven't met yet.
So let me clear up some fun about J Snip 4, because I tweeted our Avengers picture, and there were some people hating on J Snip. Number one, in life, some things are more important than crypto, right? Friendship, you know, family, it's just more important. To all you haters, yes, J Snip sold his Litecoin, bought Bcash, made some profit, bought Litecoin again, right?
Yep, that's correct.
But let me tell you why you shouldn't be hating on him. Because J Snip doesn't hide when he sells and buys. But you people who are judging are doing the same thing he probably did with other coins behind the scenes and acting like your crap don't stink. Yep. So what I'm saying is this. Look, Bix, Ben, and J Snip has one thing in common with me. In my darkest times, in my hardest times, when I didn't have any support, no one gave me donations, I didn't ask them, but they sent me Litecoins so that I can, you know, continue on my tour. And I appreciate that, because it's not about the money, it's about the heart and the gesture. Like whenever they sent it to me, it was validation of what I'm doing is important, right? So they became my friends. So yes, Jason will be on an Avenger poster that I make on my Twitter, right? So if you don't like it, then do something about it at the Litecoin Summit.
Haters gonna hate. If you got haters, you ain't doing it right.
Let me inject here real quick. For those of you who are watching that don't know everyone else on here, we've all evolved together in cryptocurrencies, and like Pix is old. Well,
Pix is old. That sums it up right there. Let's give it up.
He's actually been around like YouTube and the Rah Freedom and out there being very vocal for years with like gold and silver and all that, and now he's in cryptocurrency. And I mean, Jay's Snip 4 has actually been on YouTube forever and a day, you know, and I'm and then I had my channel, and then John Kim actually got involved, and him and I had a relationship, then him and Snippy, then him and Bix, and we've all grown with the evolution of actual like cryptocurrency adoption. And for all of you haters out there, this is a friendship that's not going away. So whenever people tag me and go, oh, well, you know, Snippy did this, or says, hey, I'm not dropping Snippy. All right, so you can tweet all you want. I'm not dropping Snippy. I'm not dropping Bix. I'm not dropping John Kim. I ain't dropping nobody. Because I look at this as a war. We're in a war for our currency freedom.
Yeah.
And these guys here, unlike a lot of people on Twitter, we're on the front lines. So we're getting shot at by everybody. And if you think that I'm going to look to the guy to my right and to my left in the foxhole and go, hey, yeah, well, that guy over there said that I shouldn't like you. No, we're in the trenches, and I will never, ever, ever let my friendships with these guys here ever go. It's you know, when you're in war, the best friends you got are the people right next to you. And
Amen.
Yeah.
So I want to say what Jay-Z said. I got 99 problems, but a hater ain't one, right? So I want to close this part saying this. The only reason I can truly call these three guys, these three gentlemen, friends, is because I've met and stayed and visited their house, right? I always say this on Twitter. You are not friends with me until we meet and we greet, we look into each other's eyes, break bread, shake hands. Because I don't know who you are on Twitter, bro. You know what I mean? You can be the big fan, but if I haven't met you, I can't say in my heart that you're my friend. So these guys are my friends. That being said, come to the Litecoin Summit so that we can be friends.
That's right. Because it's going down, son.
That's right, baby. All right, let's move
John.
on.
John,
Yes.
Me and Amy need a redo of you staying over with us, because when you stayed over with us, we were on our cleanse and weren't drinking. And John's sitting there drinking my dad's wine, saying, this is great. Me and Amy are like, oh, I'm dying. So next time you're in town, you're staying over, and we're going to party all night. All right? Is that a deal?
And the singing. Ooh, I love Amy's. Man, you know when she started singing after she put that emotion in? I mean, I was like, man, this is like a free concert and free wine, free place to stay. I was like in heaven, dude.
Yeah, she's the real deal, man.
So let's move on to who. Why are you guys? Who are you? Like, you? Why? Where's your excitement at? I mean, who are you most interested in seeing there, and why is it important?
I can start. I am so excited and so interested in talking and hanging out with Dick Allgaier. My friend Dick Allgaier is the bomb, the best remote viewer in the history of the world, a great musician. I just got to get him on that freedom side, and I got to teach him things about manifesting your own destiny. We really can change the world. These four guys are teamed up with hundreds of thousands and millions of people around the world to take back our system. And I want Dick to leave that Litecoin conference thinking, hey, maybe we really can change the world.
So let me wrap that up. Mr. Big Swear can't wait to go to Las Vegas so
Here
he
it
can
comes.
see some dick.
I knew it's coming. I've been telling Dick jokes all week, and I told myself I gotta stop that.
Well, I see. All I want to hang out is with you guys and Dick. I include Dick in our group. You know, he's a good guy. I want to hang out with all you guys. You know, and I do want to see some subscribers and other YouTube people that follow. You know, all of us or whoever. Doesn't really matter. Just want to, you know, hang out with some like-minded people and have a good time.
I don't want to see any dick. Sorry, Dick Allgaier.
Richard Allgaier will be there.
Richard, I'll come and see you all night long, but I don't want to.
Yeah. Isn't no. I think it's Smedling. What's his name?
Oh my God! Yeah, his alter ego. Oh my God! You guys got to watch Crypto Viewing, the YouTube channel. Dick Allgaier has this alter ego. I think it's is it Dick Schmelling or something like that? Something Schmelling.
Yeah, something
hysterical.
Man, here's a joke. That's the easy one. Dick Schmelling. Come on.
Yeah, well, I like I said.
No, it's Barry. It's Barry Schmelling, wasn't it?
Yeah, Barry Schmelling.
Okay. I'm not smelling nothing to do with Henry or Dick or Richard or anything. Well, I can't say that because I'll be drunk. You know, I don't know what.
Yeah, you never know.
Hey, Barry Smelling sounds like an Asian person whenever somebody stinks. Ooh, Barry Smelling.
You see how much fun you guys will have in Vegas? Come on to the Litecoin Summit.
Yeah, this is what you're gonna get. No, I'm looking forward to, of course, all of you guys, and actually catching up with Charlie Lee, and I want to find out more about like the Nimblewimble implementation on Litecoin, and there's a lot of other there's a lot of projects there that I'm very interested in, like the TV team. I want to talk with them more on their plans and like really dig deep on that, and just really, there's so much education, and if you're in cryptocurrency, you really gotta keep yourself educated. And a lot of people don't have the access we have to like CEOs of projects or whatever like that, where if you're invested in cryptocurrencies, it's an investment to come to the Litecoin Summit to have conversations with the people that you're invested in. Because if you hold Litecoin, you're invested in like my plans and Snippy's plans and John Kim and Bix, because we're helping push the adoption. And there's a lot that we know that we don't cover on our shows, maybe because they aren't as important or something like that. But when you come to the Litecoin Summit, you're getting the ability to walk up and go, okay, Ben, I've always been curious about this. You have interaction with the people that are pushing the adoption, and you can bring us great ideas. You know, like, hey, Ben, you guys should do this. You guys should do this. And because we aren't exclusively on our path, you know, like we got to do it our way. No, it's as a community, our communal knowledge grows when we come together and communicate with each other. And if you own Litecoin, if you own, hell, anything, Bitcoin, friggin' Digibyte, any cryptocurrency, learning more about the environment is an investment in your peace of mind. Because I guarantee it, if you come to the Litecoin Summit, when you leave, you will be more confident in holding your Litecoin than you have ever been before, because you'll have the information that will validate your feelings that you've had. Like,
Yep.
I know Litecoin's the right coin. I know it, but it's an emotional thing. But then when you bring the education of the Litecoin Summit, then you've got the knowledge with the emotion, which together brings the argument that you can have with anybody. That's why I argue with Ripple guys all the time. I'm like, look, I'll argue Litecoin against XRP all day long. Bring it, guys. Bring that weak ass bullshit. I know they're arguing from a point of emotion. They're not arguing from a point of economic currency structure knowledge.
Or you could
So
just
here's
go
the
and hang
thing.
out with all of us. You know, that too.
Or that, yeah, let's get drunk, you know.
So for me, it's like from top to bottom, right? I can't announce it yet, but there's gonna be we're in the middle of it. It's like 80-something% that this person will show up. Can't talk about it, but you guys will be freaking, yeah. But I can't say it. But there's like 2 people that we're working on. Most likely will be there. Can't announce it, but you'll like it. And it's Pump is going to be there. Tim Draper is going to be there. Charlie Lee is going to be there. And think about it. Ben Askren of the UFC is going to be there. Landon Castro of NASCAR is going to be there. CJ Spong from the Major League Soccer is going to be there. Tyler Atkinson from the Dodgers is going to be there. And we have such a diverse group of people that are coming, right? We have the millionaires, and we have Pump, who's the Twitter king, right? And we have sports stars, and we partner with UNICEF, and that organization is going to be there. And it's just so many different people that are going to be there. But what I'm more excited about is, because I'm a simple man with a simple plan, I am here for the 99% of the people who does not have the education, the time, or the intellect, or the schooling to understand blockchain, right? So I just love the fact my East Coast team, West Coast team, Litecoin Lisa, all these people are smart and beautiful, but they're just like regular people with the heart size of Texas, right? So I've been to a lot of conferences, but you go there, you almost feel like you don't belong, right? Because it's all these smart people, Bitcoin, whatever. But I just believe that the people that are coming this year with Ben, I mean, everybody who comes to Bitcoin Ben's meetup, definitely all gonna be there, right? So it's this group of people that if you meet them, you're gonna fall in love with Litecoin and Litecoin community, and you're gonna realize deep in your heart that Litecoin community literally has a heartbeat. We are not here to convince you to buy Litecoin. We are here to express that love that we have deep inside outwardly to the people that we meet, right? So I'm just really excited that small people get to speak. I promised the East Coast team when we were nobodies, I said, listen, there's gonna come a time that you guys are gonna be speaking. And I kept that promise, right? So these guys are gonna go up there and I'm gonna do the panel and they're gonna talk about real life experiences of knocking on doors and boots on the ground efforts. So why is Litecoin Summit? I mean, the people that are so important is because they speak your language. And there are people just like you who actually embrace the community and decided to give. So that's why I need you guys to come and meet the real people who are in the streets and really pushing for adoption, and also come for the famous people too. I mean, it doesn't hurt, you know? So.
Yeah, I'd like to add that at the beginning of that rant, he said he's from top to bottom. I want to know, is he a top or is he a bottom?
All right, so this video is going to be flagged.
Yeah. Hey,
this video will not be aired in San Francisco.
Yeah. No, it's exactly what each one of us have actually said. Everyone who watches my show knows I'm the joker of the group. Me and Snippy.
Yeah.
And we want to have fun. And actually Bix, as serious as he gets a lot of the time, he's a blast to party with. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm the serious one, right? The serious old guy is what you call me.
Hey, please don't nobody start a cleanse that's gonna affect the Litecoin Summit. All right? Don't be shilling talking about the cleanse during the Litecoin Summit, because you're gonna get some of this, because I need to drink with you guys, okay?
Yeah. All right. Now let's move on to the why.
And this time, and this is the final, guys. All right? So you gotta listen up. We're gonna start with Snippy. Why is Litecoin Summit so important to come to? And why Litecoin? All that into one. Tell us, Snippy, with your beautiful, shiny head.
I polished it just for this Zoom meeting today, you know. No, just kidding. It's always that shiny. Well, you know, again, you got a new technology, cryptocurrencies. They're several years old, but it's still brand new. It's fresh. People don't know about them. You can learn a lot at these kind of summits. And again, when I saw Litecoin in honestly 2017, when I first started getting into it, I realized it wasn't just the same thing as Bitcoin. There's something better about this thing. And you saw the team behind it. You saw Charlie Lee. They're working on stuff. Maybe they don't, or at least back then, they didn't talk too much about what was happening, but it doesn't matter. Stuff was getting done. And you can see, just like what DigiByte did with Litecoin, Litecoin did with Bitcoin. And it's just technology. It's open source. We can make it better. We can change things. But a lot of the average person or people out there, they don't know, well, what is it exactly? You know, what is it doing? Why should I even go? Well, go to maybe learn something. You know, not to mention we're all going to be standing around chatting with people. And every time I've gone to some of these conferences and meetups, you know, there's a whole bunch of new people you've never met before that you just educated. And if you can make it happen, again, it's in Las Vegas. You're going to have a good time. I've always been a real big fan of Litecoin. I know I've sold it. You know, again, I'm trying to make some money in the meantime before these things explode again. So if I can get in one, get out of one, get in the other, get back into it. There's no way I'll ever be out of Litecoin like indefinitely. That's not happening. You know, I know few people give me crap for that sometimes, but you know, I just think that the technology is good. The team behind it's good. You know, if there was some other conference right now, I don't even know that I would be going. Like if it was the whatever conference, the Redcoin or the Theta, even the Theta. I don't think I would go, even as much as I love Theta. There's just something about Litecoin that I feel like I owe it some respect, and I got to be there. And people, people should do the same, I think, because this coin's going to be epic one day.
I approve that message, brother. All right, Bix, why? Tell the world why, Bix. Why?
Question. It was the panel we had at the Litecoin Summit last year, and I was talking about in 2008. We were literally, when the banks crashed and Hank Paulson went to Congress, said, "Give us $700 billion, or we're going to destroy the world." We had to do it. We absolutely had to do it because there was no other option. It was either give it to them. We couldn't go back on gold and silver standard. Everybody's pretty much forgotten about that, and that's not a good standard for a high-tech future that we're headed into. So that's what I said last year. And this year, we are on the brink of something so much bigger than what happened on 2008. We have the European central banks falling apart. We got Trump in trade wars. We got JP Morgan increased their derivative position by $11 trillion in the first quarter of this year. And now they have 59 trillion, blew away Deutsche Bank as far as the derivative book. This is not a stable situation we're in right now. But the good thing is they can't go to Congress, say, give us $20 trillion to bail us out this time. We will have something else to go to. And that's why I like Litecoin so much. Litecoin is positioned itself through all the work of you and Charlie and the Litecoin community and all the people working on Litecoin. Litecoin has positioned itself as the #1 means of exchange. Yes, we don't need it right now. We have the banks right now. But the very moment, the next time they go to Congress, hold a gun to our head and say, we need $20 trillion to bail out our banking friends, we can now say, you know what? Go F yourself. We got Litecoin. We don't need you. We have a means of exchange. Get lost. That's why Litecoin, and that's why you should come to this summit and the party to learn more about that situation. The end.
You want me to go first? Yeah, Ben, you can close us, okay? So before I forget, there's an after party at the Luxor, okay? It's hosted by, sponsored by Bitsy, BTSE, okay? They're an exchange, great exchange, derivatives. I mean not derivatives, but futures, and they're the next big thing, right? But finally, John Kim had to pull some strings and get something done to bring 4 of us back together so that we can have a panel and we can talk about whatever we want to talk about. But at this after party, it's going to be me, Ben. So this is basically a preview of what you're going to see. If you come to the summit, your Litecoin Summit ticket will get you into the after party. An after party, there's going to be me, Ben, Jay Snip, Bix on a panel, and we're going to talk, and we're going to dance, and we're going to sing. Bix is going to sing like 2 songs, right? 2 or 3 songs. And I've been told by a little bird that he has a new song that he's writing. He may world premiere it at that event. So why do you guys need to be there? You guys need to be there to party at Bix Weir's party on the 27th, and part 2, party at Luxor by Bitsy, and just like literally get immersed in the community, right? Listen, I love this word in the Greek. It's called gnosko. It means experiential knowledge. Ben kind of touched on it earlier. Whenever you read something, you forget, right? That's why if it's a good book, you read it over and over and again, and you only remember the important parts of it. But an experience, you don't forget an experience. And let me tell you, I do not forget the time that I spent with Jason for making that Opa Litecoin video. We were sweating like an Asian man at a
Bald American
immigration center, right? And I mean, it was so hot, right? And we did it. I'll never forget that experience, ever. I'll never forget the experience where first time Ben Ben put me on to the social media by putting me on his channel on live stream when he didn't have to. I'll never forget that experience. And I'll never forget the time Bix reached out and told his people to send me some Litecoin on my journey. I'll never forget when I went to his house and talked about some life and all these things. What am I saying? You gotta come. Look, Bitcoin Ben does great meetups, but this is the mother of all meetups, so that we can come together, light each other on fire again, and share ideas and go out and push for adoption. You don't have to push for adoption. Some people are called to push for adoption. But there's so many ideas that we can share where you can bring value to the Litecoin community and the Litecoin network, right? So why? Because I want to be your friend. And unless I meet you, I can't be your friend. So be there, because not only is it the most important summit of the year, because you have real people there with real experiences talking about real stories about real adoption, unlike theories that other conferences talk about, but you'll meet some absolutely incredible people with the biggest heart. And you have to look at me when I talk to you. All you viewers, and I know there's thousands, right? Because Snippy got 80-some thousand, we got Bix with 50-some thousand, we got Ben with 20-something thousand, and me with 15,000 on Twitter. Listen closely. There's some stuff that we all go through behind the scenes, and we continue to push for adoption. I don't get paid. Most of us don't get paid. Most of the people in the Litecoin Foundation are volunteers. And this Litecoin Summit is being set up and ran by volunteers. And the only way that I get pleasure, makes me happy, is when other Litecoin people catch fire. And I sit back and watch them do things that are like so awesome, and I get to say I had a small part in that. So my goal is to have 1 million followers collectively at the Litecoin family, right? So if you guys come and catch that fire, it's called the network effect. We're gonna grow exponentially. One person's gonna get 2 more, one person's gonna get 3 more. And by 2021, we have 1 million followers on social media. And when we speak, people will listen. And when we act, people will follow. That is the end goal for me. That we will become so big, and there's no doubt in anyone's mind that Litecoin family operates as a family and is the most passionate, proactive community in this, I'm gonna say it, world. So be there. Ben, take it over, homie.
Way to go, John Kim. And you are like literally the best cheerleader ever. I have a little saying that I say on my show. You can't change the world unless you get out in it. And
don't tell Dick.
Yeah, no doubt. I look at it like this. We're in an environment that resembles the environment of, if you've ever heard of a thing called Bretton Woods, that was in like the 1950s, I think, like early 1950s. And it's where the world's leaders came together and basically created the economic structure and plan that we're living in now. The Litecoin Summit is this early on in the adoption of cryptocurrencies. We are the people that are choosing the economic future of the world, and we have a voice. Well, your voice is not going to be heard if you're sitting in your basement waiting for your mom to bring you a Hot Pocket, and you literally got to get out in it, guys. If if you think that coming to Las Vegas, having a blast, hanging out with us, and educating yourself on cryptocurrencies, on Litecoin, and getting more involved, if that's a waste of money, then I think you're missing the big picture. You've got to be there because the choices are being made. The environment's being created. The ecosystem of the future is being created at the Litecoin Summit, at these meetups, and if you're just sitting there watching it on YouTube, that's great. You're getting a good education already, and you're involved in the community, but you're sitting there just listening to other people talk. We want to hear what you have to say. And I actually view it like this. I guarantee you I'll learn more having a conversation with average viewers than I will from a lot of the people that are talking and doing lectures, because it's the average people living their lives, hopping on Coinbase, hopping on Kraken, out and get your coins off these damn exchanges. And it's you guys that are really the army. We're just the people in the front of the army that are going, hey, let's kick some ass, guys. Let's rah rah rah. And but it's your guys' energy that's leading this movement. Every time you buy Litecoin, you're adding ammunition to the war that will lead to your economic freedom. You, your wife, your kids, your grandchildren. There's a reason that my good friend Mr. Bix Weir wrote, Litecoin is the right coin. Right? It isn't because it's the only thing he could think of that rhymed. Right?
Partially, that's how it started.
It's really because this is a movement. Everything that changes the world is a movement, and everything in Litecoin is coming together with everything else in the bigger picture of cryptocurrencies. When I do a lecture, I don't know if it's actually at whoever's event. Wherever I'm actually talking about, I'm going to be expressing my opinions on ways to profit during this transition into blockchain. And I'm not talking about trading, right? I'm talking about, this is early internet days. And there are companies and there are ideas that you guys have that probably is a good marketable idea. And yes, invest in Litecoin and Bitcoin or whatever else, but mostly invest in yourself. Invest in your education. Invest in your knowledge so that you and your family can profit during this transition. And there's opportunities there. Well, you want to find out the opportunities. You want to meet the people that are creating opportunities. Come to the Litecoin Summit. There's opportunities abound. You just got to communicate with the right people. That's what I do. I talk to people that know what's going on, and then I see holes of opportunity, and then I jump my fat ass into them.
Way to word that. Excellent.
Actually, it's a little bit less chunky since I took the cleanse.
Yes, sir.
Bitcoin Ben, skinny Ben.
So, guys, thank you so much for coming on this show. Also, I want to make sure that everybody knows we are not getting paid by the Litecoin Foundation or the Litecoin Summit or anyone else. I asked these guys, and from right away they said, "Let's do it," because we really click. We understand what's important, and at this summit, I just believe the normal people who wasn't going to come, that decided to come, are gonna benefit the most, right? So thank you for coming on with me, J-Snip, dude. I don't care what anyone says. You have a good heart. Sometimes people take advantage of you, and I don't like that. But you're transparent, open. So I'm good with you.
Yep.
Bix,
And sexy. He's very sexy.
Look at that head.
And Bix, I mean, just I've seen you in your house, and if people can see what I saw, you're an unbelievably kind-hearted, giving guy. You know, and I'm so honored to be, you know, in your life and call you my friend. You know, you even invite me back to your house. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate that. You know.
Hey, John.
So
The moment, literally, what you said about, you know, meeting people in person. I had heard of John Kim. I'd seen your Twitter stuff. I've seen the crazy John out there. If you spend a couple hours with John, your life will be changed. It'll never be the same going forward. I swear to God, it was the weirdest thing. Amy and I were like, what just happened when you stayed with us? Because you're so inspirational in what you're doing. I'm so proud of you and excited to be involved with you. So I'm just in awe of what you're doing for Litecoin and humanity. At the end of the day, this is all about humanity moving forward. And what you're doing is amazing. And you can come to the Litecoin Summit by clicking on the link below that we're all going to put on.
Yes.
And lastly, Bitcoin Ben. You know, Bitcoin Ben, I think is starting this organic fire, right, with these meetups. I haven't been able to go to too many of them. I'm going to on the 17th of this month, right? I'm going there, and then after that, I'm going to go to a big university to speak to students about Litecoin. A guy with no high school diploma is going to go to a university to talk about Litecoin. Listen, this is passion speaks loud and clear, and it doesn't have any limitations in degrees and education. So what Ben is doing is the most important thing, because he's getting the regular people fired up in his meetups, and it's free, right? And he's just changing everybody's view on cryptocurrency. So I really appreciate. I know Ben may not get the praise that it deserves, but when it's all said and done, he said the best. He has one of the most biggest sweat equity in the success of Litecoin when it comes to regular people and meetups. So that all being said, thank you guys. And I want to give last shout out to the people that made me who I am. John Kim will not be here without the Litecoin East Coast team, West Coast team, Litecoin Foundation. I just want to say, the only way a simple man with a simple plan can get this much recognition is because of the hard work and the passion and the love and the kindness that the team, the Litecoin East West Coast team, Litecoin Foundation, shows me, and it makes me go even harder. Because life, I'll end it with this. The world does not need more information. They need a demonstration. And only a simple person with passion that is married to obsession, that gives birth to determination, can literally go out there and put themselves out to demonstrate to the world, this is not a speculative asset. It is money. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in and watching this to the end. And I'm so privileged and honored to call you guys my friend and to call you guys my community.
I love